Good evening. Our top story tonight is a tragic and shocking event that has left the nation reeling. Conservative activist, Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk was fatally shot today during a speaking engagement at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. This incident, which occurred in broad daylight, highlights the growing concerns about political violence and the safety of public figures and the increasing risks faced by those who speak publicly on controversial topics. The shooting took place around 12:20 p.m. local time as Kirk addressed students on the campus as part of his American Comeback Tour, an initiative aimed at engaging young Americans on political and social issues. Witnesses reported a single gunshot that struck Kirk in the neck. Chaos erupted immediately as attendees fled the scene and university staff tried to secure the area. Kirk was transported. Witnesses reported a single gunshot that struck Kirk in the neck. Chaos erupted immediately as attendees fled the scene and university staff tried to secure the area. Kirk was transported to a nearby hospital, but tragically he succumbed to his injuries shortly after arrival. Authorities initially detained the man in connection with the shooting, but later confirmed that the individual was not the gunman. The shooter remains unidentified, and multiple law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, are actively investigating. This incident has sparked urgent questions about the security measures in place at college campuses and at public speaking events. Charlie Kirk was a well known figure, frequently addressing political topics that drew passionate reactions, both positive and negative. Yet, despite his prominence and the potential for controversy, there appeared to be insufficient security measures to prevent such a tragedy. Universities across the country will now face heightened scrutiny regarding event security, campus access, and the protection of speakers. Experts suggest that measures such as controlled entrances, security personnel surveillance, and coordination with local law enforcement are essential to prevent future attacks on public figures.
Good evening. Tonight, we begin with breaking news that has shaken the nation. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, was shot and killed earlier today while addressing students at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. Authorities are calling this an apparent political assassination, and the story has already sent shockwaves through campuses, communities, and political circles across the United States. The shooting. The event took place in the Sorensen Center courtyard at Utah Valley University. Students gathered under a large white tent decorated with slogans such as "The American Comeback" and "Prove Me Wrong." Witness videos posted to social media captured the moment. Charlie Kirk speaking into a microphone, engaging students when a single gunshot rang out. Kirk clutched his neck as blood began to flow and chaos erupted. Gasps, screams, and panicked footsteps filled the courtyard as students fled for safety. Emergency responders rushed Kirk to a nearby hospital, but the wound proved fatal. He was pronounced dead shortly afterward. Reports suggest the shot came from a distance believed to be from the Lucy Center, about 200 yards away from where Kirk stood. Investigators say the precision and range suggest a sniper-style attack. Investigation and suspect information. Law enforcement's response has been massive and multi-agency. The Utah Department of Public Safety, FBI, ATF, University Police, and local sheriff's offices are all involved in the manhunt. Initial reports indicated a person of interest had been detained, but officials later clarified that this individual was not the shooter. The true suspect remains at large. Witnesses and campus dispatch described the shooter as wearing all black tactical gear, helmet, mask, vest, jeans, aviator-style glasses, and carrying a long firearm. Authorities have not released a name, but the search is ongoing, and they urge the public to remain vigilant and provide any tips. The governor of Utah, Spencer Cox, has called the attack a political assassination and vowed to bring those responsible to justice.
Charlie's legacy.
Charlie Kirk, only 31 years old, was one of the most visible conservative voices of his generation. At just 18, he co-founded Turning Point USA, which grew into a national powerhouse with chapters on more than 3,500 campuses. Kirk became known for his fiery debates, prove me wrong campus events, his popular podcast, The Charlie Kirk Show, and his close ties to conservative leaders, including former President Donald Trump. He was praised by supporters for energizing young conservatives and criticized by opponents for his outspoken and polarizing style. Yet few would deny the reach and influence he had in shaping today's political conversations. Kirk is survived by his wife, Erica Frantzwey, former Miss Arizona USA, and their 2 young children. Political and cultural reaction. The response has been swift and emotional. President Trump confirmed Kirk's death on Truth Social, calling him a great, even legendary patriot. Utah's Governor Hochul said it was a dark day for the state and the nation. Political leaders across the spectrum, from Governor Gavin Newsom in California to Gabrielle Giffords, herself a survivor of a political shooting, condemned the violence and expressed condolences. President Biden also issued a statement urging Americans to reject political violence and honor Kirk's family with respect and compassion. Broader security questions. This assassination raises new and urgent questions about security at political and campus events. Despite campus, police, and private security present at Utah Valley University, a sniper managed to set up within firing distance of a public event. Experts are now calling for heightened security protocols at universities, including controlled entry, metal detectors, increased surveillance, rooftop patrols, and stronger coordination with federal agencies. More broadly, it has reignited debate about the climate of political violence in America and whether freedom of speech can be safely exercised in today's environment. Condolences and reflection. Tonight, the nation mourns the death of Charlie Kirk, a young man who, whether you agreed with him or not, dedicated his life to engaging America's youth in politics, encouraging civic debate, and challenging cultural norms. Turning Point USA released a statement tonight saying, in part, "It is with a heavy heart that we confirm Charlie James Kirk has been murdered. Please respect the family's privacy as they grieve. We ask for your prayers for Erica and their children." This moment forces us to ask difficult questions. How do we safeguard free expression? How do we ensure that speaking one's mind, even on the most divisive issues, never again results in violence? Closing. This is a developing story. Authorities continue the search for the gunman tonight. We will bring you updates as soon as they are confirmed. For now, our thoughts and prayers remain with Charlie Kirk's family, his friends, and the millions who followed his work. His death is not only a personal tragedy, but a national warning about the cost of unchecked political hatred. Good night. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and above all, remain committed to peace.